right, so now it is official. We do have a tropical depression just northeast or just north of Cuba, northwest of Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Here in this satellite loop, you can see both Humberto and tropical depression number 9. So here, these boxes are outlining some hurricane and tropical storm advisories. There is Humberto spinning out towards we're in the middle of the ocean, and here we have our newly formed tropical depression. And now the National Hurricane Center has forecast a perhaps a landfalling hurricane somewhere across the southeastern coast. But there's been some interesting model developments, and we'll get into that right now. So we're going to start off showing the GFS, and really over the last, yesterday's runs, the GFS was really a scary solution for the western part of the Carolinas. So here's the 12Z GFS, and as you can see, this pretty much makes landfall somewhere between Charleston and maybe perhaps Myrtle Beach on Monday or Tuesday morning, late Monday night or early Tuesday morning, and then proceed to pretty much sit over South Carolina, and in the process throwing up a bunch of moisture into the western parts of the Carolinas and ringing out over the mountains, foothills, and perhaps Piedmont of the Carolinas. However, since then, we have the latest output from the GFS, and this is painting a slightly friendlier picture. Instead of making landfall across the South Carolina coast, the GFS pretty much leaves this out to sea with some perhaps prolonged effects across the coastal regions of South Carolina and North Carolina, and then eventually takes this thing out to sea as it gets swept up by a mid-latitude storm system. And now this is kind of pretty much in agreement with the Euro model, which we will see right now as we go into Sunday, into Monday. It's approaching the coast, and it might get pretty daggone close to the coast, but it eventually makes landfall towards Savannah. So either the GFS, which is taking the storm out to sea, or the Euro model, which is weakening the storm quite a bit as it makes almost like a second approach to the coastal regions. But what's from these two model solutions, what's pretty indicative so far is that it is highlighting some sort of effects along the coastal regions of especially South Carolina, between the Myrtle Beach and some Charleston area, and if the Euro is right, probably over towards the Savannah region of Georgia. So some of the models are now suggesting at least a nod towards the possibility that our new tropical depression down here in the southern Bahamas could get pulled out to sea just as Humberto makes its way between Bermuda and the Carolina coast. Again, the National Hurricane Center is still looking at the possibility of this storm making an approach to the South Carolina coast, but not officially making landfall just yet because of all these different types of possibilities in these spaghetti models. So this again still bears watching, which we will do over the course of the next several days. Again, this is early next week, perhaps in the next 3 to 6 days, that we still have time to make preparations, especially if you're anywhere, I would say, in this area here, to be still on the watch, be on the lookout for upcoming advisories and forecasts from the National Weather Service. So with that, I will probably see you tomorrow afternoon, probably evening, but probably about the same time as now, with a new update and hopefully a little bit more of an insight as to what's going on. But again, we got some pretty interesting dynamics that needs to be watched. Until next time, I will see you later.